Hi, my name is Kevin Hoagland, and I have been prospecting and mining for over 40 years. I have gone to some of the most incredible places around the world, and I've prospected and mined with some of the most incredible people.
Searching for gold dust in the valley of bloodlust, under the sun misunderstood. And when that train comes rolling in, I'm taking everything I can.
Just showed up at White's Electronics. It's been a long time since I've been here. I'm going to go inside, see if I can get somebody to show me what's going on, and more importantly, what's new. Just the guy I wanted to see. Steve, how have you been?
Hi, Kevin. Great. How about yourself?
Fantastic.
I'm Steve Howard, White's Electronics. I work in the marketing distribution end of the business, and been with White's for 36 years.
Hey, I was driving by Sweethome, had to stop in, wanted to see what was going on. I'm hearing a lot of rumblings about some things that White's coming out with, and I want to kind of pick your brain on a couple of those things. Show me around, let's see what's going on.
All right.
And then I'm going to ask you about some things that you probably may not even want to talk to me about yet, but I'm still going to ask you.
Oh, okay.
All right. Tool and die, where it all starts.
Tool and die is where everything begins. They're going to be working with, sometimes it's just concepts or ideas on the napkin, sometimes it's engineering drawings, but they're going to be developing the tools to build the metal detectors with. Here in tool and die, you can see the beginnings of a loop tool and some prototype samples and some engineering drawings. So here in tool and die, they're figuring out how to build these parts, making the tools that we need to make them with, and they'll be maintaining those tools also and improving them with every service.
You know, you just said something I never even thought of about there not being tools made for this industry. You got to make our own.
That's right.
So, very cool.
Basically, all the tooling is custom. Nobody makes tools to make metal detectors with, so anything that has to do specifically with a metal detector is going to be a custom part, so custom tooling, and that's where our tool and die guys can really pull it out for us.
Oh, I can smell that. Vacuum forming.
Vacuum forming. So we're taking hot sheets of plastic and we're bringing them down on a vacuum tool. If you don't get it hot enough, that's what it looks like. You get it hot enough, it'll form completely like you see here.
So that's kind of if you do one of them and I do one of them. Mine's going to be the really bad looking one.
And so here's the tool, what it looks like. The hot plastic's coming out onto the tool, vacuum sucks it into shape, cool it off and trim it up, and you've got a loop housing.
Very cool.
So here we're winding the search coils out of a copper. They're more sophisticated than they look. There's multiple gauges of wire. Turns are very specific. She's winding them 4 at a time there.
It is an absolute science of getting coils and making coils properly.
The number of turns and the gauge of wire is critical. It's much more sophisticated than it looks.
The magic room.
Yeah, so these are the pick and place machines. These are basically robotics. They're grabbing parts off the reels, assembling them on the board. These machines can assemble up to 500 parts in minutes. It's significant because the parts are getting very small. They can be oriented wrong. They could be in the wrong spot, obviously. So it's taking all the right parts, putting them in all the right spots, and then they'll go through the wave solder and be soldered all at once.
And you almost have to do this by robotics these days, right?
Yes. The pick and place machines are instrumental in assembling circuit boards quickly, but they're also very instrumental in assembling them accurately. And as expensive as labor is, we're competing with overseas $1-a-day labor, so we have to take our labor out of a lot of the assembly process.
Yeah, I understand. This is behind the curtain, and this is where it all comes together. The components are being dropped on the board, they're being run all over the place, they're going into the soldering. This is where it all happens. I can't wait to see what's next.
So as it goes further towards this end of assembly, the detectors all get put together and everything is 100% tested in the cage. Here's our new Treasure Master model. This is a entry-level model, just been released. Demand is high, very lightweight, a lot of high-end features for its price range.
You told me you had something new. Is this it?
This is it.
So you've got the Treasure Master and
the Treasure Master, and then we have at $299, and we have the Treasure Master Pro at $399. Again, a lot of high-end features, very lightweight.
you got any put together that I can play with?
Yeah, we've got them downstairs. Let's take a look.
Let's go take a look at those. Is this the designs of the new engineering team? And
Yes, I think this is I know a lot of people would say, gee, a lot of metal detectors have that silhouette, but that's the silhouette that works. That's the silhouette that's ergonomic and
Sure.
comfortable, and so it's, most pickup trucks look the same, and a lot of metal detectors are looking similar too. Definitely reloaded our engineering department. We've got all new goals and management for that, and it's working out really well. I think you can see in the Treasure Master and the Treasure Master Pro a glint of things to come from White's Electronics, and we're excited about it.
All right, well, Steve, I came by because I want to hear or see something I've been hearing about, but it's not on the market yet.
Well, let's let Gary, our CEO, talk about that.
You know what? That's only fair. It's only fair. Gary, Steve gave me a great tour of the plant, and I got to see a lot of the Treasure Pro and the Treasure Masters being built. What a great idea for the entry level users. With that being said, what else is on the horizon?
I think the next thing you'll see in the marketplace will be what we would call the MX Sport in October, and it's basically an improved and waterproof MXT.
A waterproof MXT?
Yes.
Any chance of me getting my hands on one prior?
There's a chance that I know you're going to go up to the ocean, that maybe we could have Steve meet you up there with a prototype.
Oh, absolutely. I'd love that.
And you can check it out.
I lucked out coming to White's today. Got the complete factory tour from Steve, including the engineering department. Had the chance to look at two brand new detectors that are in the marketplace, the Treasure Master and the Treasure Master Pro. And I got the chance to sit down and talk with the CEO, Gary, about a new machine that they're coming out with called the MX Sport. That machine could be a game changer, and I can't wait to get my hands on it. Left the White's factory about 45 minutes ago. Gonna meet up with Dennis Dixon. Dennis, how are you today?
Doing good.
It's good to see you again, man.
Yeah.
And I couldn't think of anybody better to come out and go prospect this area with detectors. If you're heading that way, I'm gonna go up. We'll meet somewhere in the middle.
Well, if you find something interesting, don't forget to holler.
Oh, believe me, I'll holler. I always holler. And that's it, got it. That's why I love this machine. Yes! This episode of Gold Trails is brought to you by the Gold Prospectors Association of America, the world's largest gold prospecting organization. To find out more about becoming a GPAA member, log on to www.goldprospectors.org. I picked the perfect time to come to White's. Got the complete factory tour from Steve, including the engineering department. Got a chance to sit down and talk with Gary, the new CEO, and got to see 3 new detectors. All of them could be game changers. Can't wait to get out and use them. Capital prospecting. Capital prospecting. Oh, there it is. Cool. Where I'm gonna go, up around Quartz Creek, normally pretty high. I hear that the water level's really, really low. I don't have a sluice box with me, and want to see if you guys could rent me a sluice box for a few days.
Absolutely. I do have a sluice box we rent. No charge, honey. Just write that one. I think that's more than fair. I trust you. I appreciate it. Thanks for coming in here, seeing our shop.
All right, gang. I will see you later. I'll have fun.
Thank you very, very
and
much.
you guys do the same thing while I'm
Appreciate
gone. Left the White's factory about 45 minutes ago. Gonna meet up with Dennis Dixon. Dennis, how are you today?
Doing good.
It's good to see you again, man.
Yeah.
And I couldn't think of anybody better to come out and go prospect this area with detectors. Central Oregon, lots of bedrock. Lots of great places to hunt.
Lots of crevices.
Yeah, lots of crevices. Let's go prospect.
Go get some gold. I moved to Oregon in 1988, so I kind of focused in on the gold detectors because there's gold here in Oregon, and it's a lot more challenging. I love coin shooting and relic hunting, but gold is like the big game hunting. If you can find gold at a metal detector in this mineralized ground, you're really running the machine properly. So I brought a bucket for that big nugget.
I'm glad you've got a bucket with you.
I'm an optimist, man. Are you kidding?
This to me is just a metal detecting heaven.
You know, this is bedrock, and if there's any gold to be found in this upper part of the creek, we're looking in this bedrock crevices, see if we can find a picker in here.
All right, if you're heading that way, I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna go up a little bit, and we'll meet somewhere in the middle.
Well, if you find something interesting, don't forget to holler.
Oh, believe me, I'll holler. I always holler. I thought I'd hit a target. I've been digging down on it, and now it just sounds like ground mineralization. This ground right here is very, very hot, very iron enriched, and I've been hitting a lot of hot rocks. Easy to discern, except for when they're buried like this. That makes me think it was ground noise. A bit of a hot rock. Yes! Got a target. It was so soft, but as soon as I started moving the material around, the ground mineralization just basically overtook everything. It's impossible to pinpoint it with the detector. It's just solid iron inside of here. So you know what? I'm just gonna scoop it all up, go down and pan it, see what I've got, and that's it. Got it. That's why I love this machine. I gotta go show this to Dennis.
You see, oh man, you found that? Look at that big old honking picker. Did you detect that?
Yeah, I heard it. Dennis, I heard it. It was just that tiny bump. Just that, you know, just that tiniest little zip.
Wow, well what a nice picker. I think we need to go sluicing. That's a nice nugget.
That, you know what? I'm actually shocked.
Hey, look, I got a jar right here.
Put that in there?
You want to add it to my collection?
We might do that.
Nah, you better take that home.
I'm walking away.
I'm getting down on this thing.
Yeah.
You see, oh man, you found that? Look at that big old honking picker. Wow, well what a nice picker. That's a nice nugget.
Found a piece of gold. I know there's got to be more in that crack.
I think we need to go sluicing. You know, isn't it interesting once you find a piece of gold how you start getting more energetic suddenly?
Yeah, I was getting kind of tired till then.
Yeah, now I'm ready to pitch a few rocks. I'm thinking we got bedrock right here, so
yeah.
let's just
I'd like
work.
to clean out this whole area right here.
Oh, right between those?
Yeah.
That's a good idea. You know, when I first started panning, I found about 20 flakes in one panful, and I didn't think that was much. And then years later, I was thinking, where was that? Exactly. Where was that I found that?
Just the simple fact of being out here with another guy that loves to go detecting, loves prospecting, and loves gold as much as I do, that made my day.
So let's predict what we got going on here.
Well,
5 flakes, 10 flakes, 20 flakes?
5.
I want to go for 15.
Okay. let's go for that.
15 pieces of gold. You're
All
going
right.
for 5?
I'm going for
You
5.
got 3 to 1, so don't mess around there. You pan that out properly, okay? Man, look at all
You
that.
won.
Come on. Man, there's 20 pieces in there. We better blow that rock over and get busy. When you get tired of hot days in Prescott, Arizona, just remember us up here in Oregon. And when it gets real cold this winter, I think I'm gonna come down and see you.
There you go. All right, man. Made my way out to the Oregon coast. I'm waiting on Steve Howard from White's Electronics, and Steve has got a brand new MX Sport that he's going to put in my hands and let me go out and use it. In the meantime, he's made arrangements for me to meet up with an Oregon hunter by the name of Rich. And Rich has been hunting the beaches and all these different areas through Oregon for years and years and years, and he's got a really good collection. Can't wait to see it. Rich, Kevin Hoagland.
How do you do, Kevin?
It's nice to meet you. Tell me what's going on here. This is a great collection of finds.
Well, thanks very much, Kevin. I've got a little bit of everything here. This is what I've accumulated over the last 17 years from the local area here, Tillamook County and Clatsop County. You name it, if people have it on them, they're going to drop it, and I've found it out here pretty much. I've gotten a chainsaw, I've gotten different kinds of circular saws, hammers, and you name it. Kind of a variety of silver rings so you can see what the saltwater affected rings look like versus those rings that come out of a non-saltwater environment. Probably 7/8 of my rings are silver, but since I have about 1,300 rings, I've got a lot of gold and platinum there too. A lot of beautiful rings.
Hi, Steve.
Hi,
I'm glad you can come out today. So this is it.
This is it. This is the new MX Sport. We'll be trying that out today.
I got a pretty good rundown from Gary the other day. I'm really excited about using this. It's basically an MXT that's been made to go underwater.
10-foot waterproof, yes.
Have you got any place that we want to go to?
Well, you know, Kevin, I was thinking about Seaside, where the action is.
Okay.
Lots and lots of people down this weekend. We've got a low tide in our midst right now. I think we've got some good potential up there.
Rich, I want to thank you very much for bringing this out. This is a fantastic, just a great finds. I'll help you put it back in the truck, but you know what? It's time to go detecting.
Sounds good, Kevin. Thank
All
you very much.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go.
We're here at a time of the day where there's a lot of people, and the sand looks real good. We've got both wet and dry to do today, and we're hoping to get out and give our metal detectors a good workout, maybe find a piece of jewelry or two and some coins.
This is one of those places I love to go. It's covered in people, it's populated, been that way all summer. Yeah, there's people out here hitting it on a day-to-day basis, but we've got some new toys.
I'm looking forward to trying out this new MX Sport and see if I can find some jewelry down here.
A prize today would be a ring. It doesn't matter what kind, but hopefully a platinum, a silver, or a gold ring. And then that odd coin that might be worth some money. Anything like that that we all treasure from treasure hunting, it's here. We just want to know if we can get to it or not.
We are coin and jewelry hunting right now. I would love to get out and find some very, very deep coins and possibly some jewelry today.
Well, it's an elusive son of a gun, isn't it?
There it is. Look at the oxidation on that thing.
Yeah.
And that was just enough to blow that halo, just blow that halo to pieces right there.
Yep.
Well, that's, you know what, that tells me a lot about this machine. If it's performing the way the DFX is, then I'm really, really, really happy.
Yeah, good.
Steve may not get this one back. So far, I'm very, very impressed. It's fast, it's powerful, it's hitting targets that I didn't expect it to be able to find. Quarter. Cool. I'm leading.
You're leading. I wasn't doing any kind of a pattern. I was just doing a random sweep, and all of a sudden I came across a buzz sound. You know that buzz we love so much? That's the sound of gold?
Yeah.
I'm getting a buzz here. As we talk about a lot, it's what we hear in our headphones that we pay attention to the most rather than reading the meter on the detector. Earring of some kind.
It's cool find.
Yeah.
What's the weight? How's it feel? Pretty light.
Not for what we want.
No.
We were hoping because of the sound in the headphone, it might be gold or platinum, but sometimes your lesser metals are that kind of a sound too. Hey Kevin,
Yeah.
I got something here I'd like you to take a look at. Steve, you want to come over and take a look at this? You want to see if you pick up anything there in the hole? We dug an ear ring already, but there might be something else in there with it.
Yeah. You gonna scoop it?
If you hear it.
That's just crab there.
Crap.
That doesn't really show up.
Hey, that's a great machine if we can find seafood with it.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Got a chance to go out and hunt with the MX Sport today. What an incredible, incredible machine. I went from dry sand to wet sand, and from wet sand to the water. And the machine it worked flawlessly in between. Guys, this has been a blast. Rich, thank you for having me out to your backyard. Steve, thank you for everything. And the tour of the plant was just absolutely incredible. I love that all access. That's incredible to have that type of access and see everything you guys are doing. And as much as I hate to do it, I guess I got to give this back to you.
Yep. That's right. Yep.
Thank you, Kevin, very much. I sure appreciate it.
Guys, it's been a blast. Let's have some more fun.
Just the whole hobby of metal detecting and being out here and not knowing what you're going to have is so much fun. And I think that realm of possibilities is what keeps us going.
This has been an absolute blast. Got to go to the White's factory, see Steve again after all these years, talk to the new CEO, play with some of the new machines, went out with Dennis. We found some gold out there prospecting with him and spending time out here on the beach. This is what Gold Trails is about.